and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Perry.
On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Lockett. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Perry. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyler Lockett, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Tigers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Arnold. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Perry. He'll find Metcalf. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Perry.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 3rd down. Perry. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
202 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Pushing his way through. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Williams, touchdown. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Perry. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Perry. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Perry. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Portland, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.